Good morning, staff and students. Hi, my name is Ezra and I'm coming to you live from the WLNK studios. Today is Friday, November 13th, 2015. Elk Grove Village is expected to have a high of 46 and a low of 26 with mostly sunny skies and wind. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for the Link Pride Pledge.
I promise to respect myself and the rights and properties of others. I alone am responsible for my actions and attitudes. I pledge to do my best at all times to be a positive role model.
Our pledge people for today are
Mariah, Wesley, Autumn, Jordan.
in sports today, the Hawks lost to the New Jersey Devils 3-2. Today's announcements are: today is Spirit Day. Teachers, please find the percentage of students who wore spirit wear. Send a student to drop off Spirit Day slips outside Ms. Tronconcio's room 202. Monday school store will be opening from 11 to 11:45. The first and third grade students will be able to shop. The other grade levels have been a day assigned for them for the rest of the week. Watch the announcements next week to find out your shopping day. And now a word from Mr. Wolbecker.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It is so great to be with you. We're going to jump right in right now and recognize some students and staff for their great work this week. Remember, we're all about ownership this week. Okay, we have a student who was recognized for ownership. It's Giada from Mrs. Romero's classroom for the ownership key. She forgot her homework one day, and instead of saying that, her parents forgot to put it in her folder, she actually took ownership that she forgot it, and she learned from her mistakes. I love hearing that. We're not perfect all the time, but if we take ownership for our part in it, it helps us to make better choices in the future. Good job. Remember, if I call your name, come on down to my office and grab a prize. All right, we have Tyler from Mrs. Venitucci's classroom for the flexibility key. He let another student, Emily, go in front of him when they were lining up. Very good. And we have Marissa from Mrs. Hamlin's classroom for the integrity key. She was rewriting her piece of writing without being asked in order to improve her overall writing skills. I love hearing that. All right, we have a fifth grader. We have Andrew from Mrs. Gallo's classroom for the integrity key. He actually helped out a table mate who was having questions about typing and printing. Way to help, Andrew. All right, we have Kay from Mrs. Stacy's classroom for the failure leads to success key. He actually came in at the beginning of this year and he didn't actually know any English. Could you imagine not knowing the language that you're being taught in? Although he struggled a bit with the word problems in math, he kept pushing through and would not give up. He just received a 100% on his math test without any help, word problems and all. Great job. All right, we have Isabella from Mrs. Wojciech's classroom for the This Is It key. She's always prepared and always doing her personal best. Whenever she encounters a challenge, she always perseveres. For example, when she gets the checkpoint question wrong during math time, she analyzes the problem further to find the mistake in her work until she is successful. Great perseverance. All right, let's recognize some staff members as well. We have our special daytime custodian, Mr. Darrell, for the commitment key. He was nominated by another teacher, Mrs. Reeder, for his effort in helping her get her new office up and running. He's been more than kind and willing to assist in getting several things put up in Mrs. Reeder's office. Great job, Mr. Darrell. We have one of our kindergarten teachers, Mrs. Case, for the commitment key. She was nominated by Mrs. Wojciech because she is committed to helping students at all times. Especially, she's consistently committed to the First Lego League Club. They've been doing a great job, very exciting. And she's always thinking about ways to make the team successful. And we have one of our very own studio workers here, Mrs. Evans, for the commitment key. She was nominated by one of our other teachers, Mrs. Kuna, for volunteering to prepare materials for students. She put together first grade high frequency words, which are needed for our beginning readers. Mrs. Kuna really appreciated Mrs. Evans' help for the first graders. Great job to all the students and staff. Have a wonderful Friday today. Show ownership, and of course, keep on rocking.
Thank you, Mr. Waldecker. Our fun fact for today is, did you know that Friday the 13th can either be the unluckiest or the luckiest day, depending on how different people view it? It's not certain where the superstition comes from, but since the ancient times, both the number 13 and Friday have had foreboding reputations for misfortune and bad luck. Part of the reason 13 has gotten its bad rep is because it comes after 12, and 12 is considered a number of completeness. For example, there are 12 months in a year, 12 hours on a clock, 12 zodiac signs, and 12 eggs in a dozen. Thank you for tuning in to the WLNK studio for your morning news. Have a rock and roll Friday the 13th.